on the dance floor.
Kirstie and Brendan, what a shame! Oh, I know. It's like, hooray, you're here, but boo, you're
really
here. How are you feeling?
I feel sad.
Yeah.
I feel sad, you know, I really do. I kind of wasn't ready to go, if I'm honest. But, you know, I do feel that Jamelia was better in the dance-off. I could see that. So I didn't want to send anyone else out, but it's sad, isn't it? It's just a weird feeling.
You feel quite deflated.
Yeah.
I mean, 2-3 months now we've been hard at it, in the studio, training, trying to be the best that we can, and then it comes to your time, and as much as you go, well, philosophically, okay, it was our time, but you go, we're not there. So, disappointing, but I still think throughout the run, a great job and something to be really proud of. It's not an easy show to do, and look at where you've started and where you've come to. Amazing.
I know, look what you've achieved. Did you enjoy your Charleston? It was such a lovely, cheeky little number.
I loved it. I thought the Charleston was great. I loved it. It was fun. I enjoyed, you know, all the components of it, the lifts and everything, and the music. I did, but I mean, we did make an error on the first run of it. So, I mean, I made an error because I crossed my hands over. I've never done that ever before.
Ever?
No.
Ever before.
Where does this come from?
Don't ask me what went on. I just went like that, and he couldn't quite clearly pick me up. So there we are. I did that. We did make the best of it. I did try and pick myself up. I did get back into it.
Lots of praise from all the judges about how you recovered, because you carried on, and a lot of people, like Brendan said, would have just gone, I'm out of here, I'm going to go now. Goodbye and have a cry.
No, well, I was used to the kind of thought process, because Brendan had quite rightly said to me with the Charleston, you've got to keep the energy high, because you do start to you kind of lose it a little bit, because it's quite a tiring dance.
Full on.
And so, yeah, you must keep... So I just thought you're going to have to just get back into it and get on with it, and just like you would if you were sort of feeling like you're sort of flaking out a bit, tired,
You did take... The judges give you criticism, you always took it on board. I think you were quite hard on yourself during all your training. You've really taken it all to heart, haven't you? And I know how hard you've tried. Have you enjoyed your experience?
I've loved it so much. Well, I think the thing with me is I put everything into everything I do. I mean, that's why I would, you know, and also I've never danced before, so I knew I had to work really hard. And I've enjoyed every minute of it. I mean, Brendan's amazing, such a great friend, a new lovely friend, and all of our lovely, you know, the people in the team, all the dancers and the other contestants. It's just been such a lovely family, and that's the bit I'm really going to miss.
You're going to miss all your mates.
Oh, the camaraderie is just amazing. On Friday, I get really excited in the morning. I'm going to really miss all that. That is making me quite sad to even think about.
What was your favourite dance? Because there have been some beautiful ones. Your Viennese waltz, absolutely stunning. I loved your Lady in the Tramp.
I loved the Viennese waltz, but I actually loved doing the salsa.
Yes.
I loved that dance.
Ooh, yeah, I know. Just letting rip.
I mean, it was, you know, it was an early dance and it wasn't the best, but I really loved it.
Yeah.
And I kind of... It was quite a good memory, and I think that's when things started. I think also, actually, because the week before had been, I think, the first week, where I'd basically been so nervous I could barely dance. And then I sort of thought, you're going to have to do something here. You really have to do something. And I did, and we did those scary lifts and things.
Yeah,
I loved it. It was just fun. Yes, where I actually nearly knocked him off his feet.
I know.
Yeah,
that was quite incredible.
I loved it.
What was your personal favourite, Brendan?
Probably the American Smooth, where we were the dogs. Things started to click. I loved the training.
Yeah.
We had a really good time in training. We had very limited training, so we threw everything at it. And I think that's the thing with a process like this. You get respect for somebody when you see how they work behind the scenes, and Kirstie was not shy of working hard and trying to get stuck in, so that made me happy, and just the way you started to turn corners throughout the process. I mean, when we started, I was not hopeful because she hadn't danced, and she was very sorry. You're here. I'll talk about you.
That's all right.
She was stiff and I think scared of it.
Don't say anymore.
She was scared of it.
Stop.
But once we turned the corner of some of the fear started to disappear. She started to come through and become a dancer, and that's exciting. That's as good as for me as, let's say, somebody like Jay getting a 10 on that week. It's like the step from here to here is fantastic, and that I was really proud of that. And that particular dance, in the training room in particular, there was a smoothness. I was like, hey, she's softening up. It wasn't quite there for the show. but there were signs, but that's the live
It's
show.
beautiful.
That's
So
not
many
good or bad, I'm
people
not
are
sure.
really sad for leaving the competition, including Harry Judd, former winner, who said, "Well done, Kirstie and Brendan, you were awesome."
That's so
We've got a little
sweet.
present for you
Thank
to
you.
take away. It's your Strictly
so
story, some pictures of your dances. Who would you like to see out of your lovely friends that you've made take the trophy, Kirstie, if you had to choose?
I couldn't possibly say. I really couldn't. There's so many great dancers and people improving all the time as well. So
Tell me later.
Yeah, yeah. Tell Brendan later. Tell me later.
No,
as well.
I can't.
Well, thank you so much for being so much fun
Thanks.
on It Takes Two.
Thank
We're
you so
really
much
going to
for
miss
having
you.
us
You've been
every week.
amazing.
I'm gonna miss
Kirstie
you.
and Brendan.
Everybody who supported us.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And here is Kirstie and Brendan's Strictly story.
A man giving you a sporting chance.
Brendan!
Brendan's reaction was fabulous.
I hope I don't let you down, Brendan.
I know I'm nervous, but I'm trying not to let the nerves take over.
Your feet were all over the place. You were hanging to him for dear life.
With a waltz, you've got the top line, you've got your head.
She does listen. Who would have guessed?
I just want to have fun and show everybody I've got confidence.
The lifts were terrific. You came out and you sizzled, so well done.
Sizzle!
I am a dancing dog tonight.
Great improvement.
I got a little bit tangled up with my tail.
Tails are going to do that, though.
Oh, I don't like this step. I don't like it.
I don't care. I'm not sure we've worked out who's boss yet.
It was a bit like a paella. Tasty in places, but there's always a few funny bits floating about.
And the bottom two tonight, Kirstie and Brendan.
I think he's going to have to stop shouting at me because he's
Do you
so
really
kind.
want that from Brendan?
He's so lovely and he's so kind and sportive.
Oh, lovely. I love pivoting. I think I'm quite good at it.
I think you're amazing.
You were actually dancing tonight.
I can do it. I'm just not ready to go.
Oh, that's scary.
It's not going wrong or making mistakes, it's how you cope with them, and I thought you coped very well.
Because most people would fall apart and walk off the stage, not this girl here.
3,
5.
5.
Oh, no.
4.
Oh, my gosh, it's really bad.
I'd like to save Jamelia and Tristan.
Jamelia and Tristan.
Jamelia and Tristan.
It's been a wonderful, wonderful experience. I just want to say thank you to Brendan, who's been incredible.
And I've seen somebody who has had no dance experience become quite the performer. I'm so proud of you.
We are going to miss them. Let's hear it for the lovely Kirstie and Brendan.